Welcome to Texting Etiquette 101, Part 3. So this is the last video part of this series. For this part, we're going to be talking a lot more about your personal information and respecting other people's. Guard your personal information. Take very good care of what you put out on the internet. Don't send private information. So when you're talking with your friends, don't tell them your passwords to things. It's actually very easy for conversations to get hacked, phones to get hacked, computers to get hacked, and for people to find those kinds of things out. Anything you send in a text can then also be shared with other people. So not everyone in this life is trustworthy. Now, I'm not saying you should go around being suspicious of all of your friends, but you don't know. So be careful. Don't send private information. Anything you send in a text can be shared with other people. Don't send anything you don't want the whole world to know. If you're uncomfortable with everybody knowing about it, don't send it because you never know. And maybe the person that you send that text to is trustworthy. You know they're not going to do anything with your information, but maybe their little sister gets their phone and then posts something on Facebook just to be silly, okay? So just be careful about what you send out there. Once you send out something, it is out there forever, even if you delete it. Did you know that about the internet? It's very true. Once you put something out there on the internet, even if you delete it, you go through all the steps to make sure it's totally gone, it's still out there somewhere and can get dug up if the right person knows how to look for it. So once again, just be very careful about what you put out there. Don't send out anything private, anything that is personal, anything you don't want other people to know. Does not belong in groups. So in group chats, in your WhatsApp groups, don't put out private information. Like for example, maybe your parents want you to give a friend their phone number, but not everyone needs to know that phone number. So don't send it in a group message, send it privately. That kind of thing. Keep one-on-one conversations separate from group texts. Like if you want to talk about a certain topic with a friend, don't put that on the group chat. Just send it to them in person. So that 1-1 just means between you and one other person. The same goes for photos taken at events where the whole group wasn't invited. So you don't want to offend anyone who wasn't there by putting photos. We all went to this party except for these two people. They weren't invited for whatever reason. It may not even be that you didn't want them. They just weren't there for whatever reason. So just be careful. You don't want to offend people. Be kind with your choices. Do not share information about others in group settings if the information was given to you in confidence. That means in private, that the person was trusting you when they told you about something. Maybe somebody told you that their grandma was sick, but they didn't really want to say that to a lot of people. Don't just ask about it on a group chat. Hey, how's your grandma? Because they didn't tell everyone, they just told you. So you never know what might be private, what might be personal. So just as a general rule, don't talk about something that was told to you privately in a group setting. Talk means trouble. Trash talk, that's just being unkind, not being nice to people. Unkind is not cool. You might sometimes think that you're being really funny, you're being really cool by making fun of someone. Sorry, that's never cool. Sometimes even your sarcasm reaches the point of unkindness. Usually it's funny, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's hurtful. So that is not cool and you have to be careful of it. Remember that it's easier to forgive and forget when feelings get hurt in person. But when you put something in writing, it's out there forever. So if you're just talking to someone and you say something that hurts their feelings, it's a lot easier for you to say, I'm sorry, will you forgive me, I was wrong. And for them to get over that when it's one-on-one, when you're talking face-to-face. But when you put that out in a text, they can always go back and read it. or maybe you put it on the status or something. They will be able to see that. Maybe it's saved in their phone. So that's something for them to see over and over again, to get hurt by over and over again. So just be very careful. Just like trying to put your toothpaste back in the toothpaste bottle, it's very, very hard to do. It's the same thing with your words. Once they leave your mouth, once you send that text, you can't take it back. So you have to just be very careful about what you say. The Bible says, "Be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you." So be kind to one another. Whatever you share can be passed on without your permission or even your knowledge. Ghosting may haunt you in the long run. What's ghosting? That's when you leave someone waiting forever for a response. Don't do that. That's not a very kind thing to do. Someone texts you and you just never text them back. The Spanish phrase may be to dejar en visto. So ghosting is what we say in English. That can be hurtful to you after a long while. So just don't leave anyone waiting forever for a response. A quick like or a thumbs up emoji, a sticker is better than no reply at all. Let the person know that you can't talk anymore rather than disappearing. So if someone's texting you and something's come up and you have to go, now there may be emergencies where you can't say anything and you have to just go. But if possible, just send them a quick text. I have to go, something happened, talk to you later. Just let them know before you disappear. The exception is if someone is unkind or making you uncomfortable, it's okay to walk away from the conversation and tell a trusted adult about it. Maybe someone gets your phone number. Girls, maybe a guy tries to text you that you don't even know. Be careful about that, okay? Don't keep texting them. So you can leave them without a response. That's okay. Okay, to say goodbye. There will be times when you need to leave a conversation. You need to take a break. That is okay to do. You don't have to talk to someone all day long. Tell your friends if you're signing off. Mute the conversation afterwards. You can mute your own phone. Maybe it's time to go to bed. Or you can even leave the conversation if it's that kind of thing, that maybe it was a temporary group. So you can mute the conversation. On Facebook Messenger, you can mute it for a long while. On WhatsApp, you can mute it for hours at a time. So mute the conversation, or just turn your phone on silent, or leave the conversation. But always make sure that you tell people when you're leaving, like we looked at on our last slide. Don't forget, enjoy scenes beyond the screen. Remember, there's a life out there besides your phone. So don't forget to enjoy real life with the real people around you, not just on your phone. All right, I hope you took good notes on this and that you can apply these rules, and you have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye.